Hey guys, it's Ami Amour. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this easy star amigurumi. I originally made it as a warp star for a cute little Kirby, but it can also work as a pincushion. It can even work as star candy for the suit sprite. I also like to use it as an award.
Callie, you are my star pupil.
I crochet 2-star appliques and then I put them back to back and I join them with a single crochet border all the way around. I stuff the star and then it becomes transformed from 2D to 3D. And here is the front and the back, and you can make it all different colors. You can even embroider eyes on with black yarn to make it look like a starfish. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Alright, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. Here are the materials you'll need. You'll need worsted weight acrylic yarn, and you'll need a crochet hook that's 5.0 millimeter in size. You'll need some stuffing, and also a yarn needle and a stitch marker. I like to use a bobby pin. And finally, you'll need scissors. For the star with yellow yarn, you're going to make a slip knot. So stick your 2 fingers out and then wrap the yarn around your finger, and you're going to cross over to make it look like an X. And then with our crochet hook, you're going to go under the top portion of the yarn, and then right below there's another yarn that you're going to go underneath, and you're going to keep pulling the crochet hook out until it comes off your fingers and it makes a loop, and you can tighten up the loop so that it fits onto your crochet hook. Now to hold the yarn, you're going to get your pinky and hold the yarn, and then get your index finger to go underneath the yarn, and with your middle and thumb, and you're going to grab the tail end like where the knot is. You're going to make your tension tight, and then you're going to do 2 chains, so that's 1. And then go underneath the yarn, look down and come back out. That's 2 chains. Now we need to do 6 single crochet, stitch into the first chain. So you're going to go into the stitch, yarn over and come back out. You have 2 loops, yarn over and come out through both loops. That is your first single crochet stitch completed. You'll need 5 more because we want 6 in total. So here is our second single crochet stitch, and then you have 2 loops, yarn over, you go out through both loops. That is our second single crochet stitch. Here is number 3. So we're doing the same exact stitch. You have 2 loops, yarn over, come out through both loops. Now we're going to do our 4th single crochet stitch. You're going to enter the stitch, yarn over, come back out. You have 2 loops, you're going to yarn over, come out through both loops. Now we have 4 single crochet stitches, we need 2 more. So you're going to go into the stitch, yarn over and come back out. You have 2 loops left, yarn over, come out through both loops. That's number 5. And our very last single crochet stitch, going to do the exact same movements, yarn over, come out through both loops. Now we should have 6 in total. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're going to pull the tail tight so that it closes up the hole, and that doesn't count as a stitch. So if we count, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 single crochet stitches for our very first round. And now we're going to use a stitch marker. I like to use a bobby pin to mark the end of our round. Now for round 2, that doesn't count as a stitch, and we're going to do 2 in each stitch all the way around so that we have 12 single crochet stitches at the end. So in our very first stitch, we are going to do 1 single crochet stitch, and into the same stitch we're going to go back in, and we are going to do our second single crochet stitch. So now we should have 2 in the same stitch. We're going to have 2 in our next stitch as well. So that is going to be 1, and in the same stitch we are going to do 2. Now we're going to our next stitch, also 2 there. So that is 1, and into the same stitch, that is 2. Next stitch we're also going to have 2 single crochet stitches, so that is 1, and into the same stitch, that is 2. Next stitch is 2 as well, so that is 1 and 2, and in our very last stitch we're going to do 2 single crochet stitches, that is 1 and 2. So now we're going to move our stitch marker, and if we can, we should have 12 in total. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now for round 3, our pattern is going to be 2, 1, 2, 1. Continue to repeat the pattern all the way around, and you should have 18 single crochet stitches. So here's going to be 1 and 2 single crochet stitches, and then next stitch is just going to be 1 single crochet stitch. Repeat the pattern again, 2, 1. So in our next stitch, that's going to be 1 and 2, and then just 1 in our next stitch. Repeat the pattern again, 2, 1. That is 1 and 2, and then 1 in our next stitch. We're going to do 2, 1 again. So that is 1 and 2 and 1. 2, 1. That is 1 and 2 in the same stitch, and then just 1 in the next stitch. And our very last set is also 2, 1. So that's going to be 1 and 2, and in our very last stitch it's just 1. Now we should have 18 single crochet stitches all the way around, and if we count, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Now for round 4, our pattern is 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. Repeat all the way around, and you'll have 24 single crochet stitches. So that is 1 and 2, and in our next 2 we'll just do 1 in each. So that's 1 and 1. Repeat the pattern, 2, 1, 1. So that's 1 and 2 and 1 and 1, and continue the pattern all the way around, and at the end you should have 24 single crochet stitches. Round 5, our pattern is 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. Repeat the pattern all the way around, and you'll have 30 single crochet stitches. So that is 1 and 2, and then 1, 1, and 1. Repeat the pattern again. That's 2, 1, 1, 1. So that's 1 and 2, and 1, 1, and 1. And continue to repeat the pattern all the way around, and at the end you should have 30 single crochet stitches. Now we are going to work in rows. So for row 6, we're going to just do single crochet in our next 6 stitches. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then for row 7, we're going to chain 1 and turn. Then you're going to first skip the first stitch right there, and in our next stitch we are going to do 1 and then 2, 3, 4, and 5 stitches only. For row 8, we're going to chain 1 and turn, and then that's our chain. That's our first single crochet stitch, which we're going to skip. So in our next stitch right here, we're going to do 1 and then 2, 3, and 4 single crochet stitches. Row 9, chain 1 and turn. We're going to skip the first stitch again, so into our third stitch from our hook. That's going to be 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1 and turn, and for row 10 we're going to skip our first stitch, so we should only have 2 stitches at the end here. So that's 1 and 2, and you've just finished your first point of the star. So now we're just going to crochet, single crochet down the side. So we're going to do our single crochet stitch. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and into the same stitch right there. That's 5. It takes me about 5 to go down. Then we're going to repeat rows 6 through 10 again, so we have 5 star points at the end. So here we're going to do single crochet in our next 6. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Going to chain 1 and turn, and now that's our chain. That's our first single crochet stitch, and now in our next single crochet stitch we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then we're going to chain 1 and turn, and now we only want 4 single crochet stitch, so that's chain, single crochet. In our next single crochet stitch we are going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Going to chain 1 and turn, so that's chain, single crochet, and our next single crochet we are going to do 1, 2, and 3. Going to chain 1 and turn, and then that's our chain, single crochet, and our next single crochet we are going to do 1 and then 2. So that's our second point. And now we want to do single crochet down the side until we reach back onto the circle portion. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we are going to do our 5th single crochet stitch right there. Now we're ready to repeat our whole point again, which we're going to do 6 single crochet stitches and then continue on the same pattern. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You're going to chain 1 and turn, count 3, third stitch over. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 1 and turn, and then we're going to do 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 1 and turn. We only want 3. So that is 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1 and turn. We only want 2 stitches. So that is 1 and 2. And then we're going to do single crochet down the side until we get back to the circle once more. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now we have 3 points. We gotta do this 2 more times so that we have 5 in total. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Chain 1 and turn. Now we want 5, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 1 and turn. We need to do 4, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, and in our last one, that's 4. Chain 1 and 2. We want 3, so that's going to be 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1 and turn, and 2. So that's going to be 1 and 2. And then go down the side and do a single crochet border. So we are going to go all the way back down, and here's our, and now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 points. And now our very last point, we are going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Going to, you can remove your stitch marker. Now chain 1 and turn. We want to do 5 single crochet stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 1 and turn. You want to do 4 single crochet stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 1 and turn. Now we want 3, so that's 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1 and turn, and you just need 2. Now 1 and 2, and our last going down the side. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And here is our star completed. Now what you'll want to do is for this first star, you'll just want to cut a short tail and fasten off. Now you'll want to repeat the pattern one more time to create a second star, except for the second star, you're not going to cut off the tail. So go ahead and repeat the pattern and then come back to this part of the video. So now this is the front of the star, and this is the back of the star. And then what we want to do is we're going to combine both the stars together, but you want the back side facing each other so that the front side is always facing outward. So now we are going to join the 2 stars together by doing a single crochet stitch all the way around. So you want to go through both layers and then do a single crochet stitch, and then you're going to keep going through both layers and you'll do a single crochet border all the way around. So we are going to continue to work up our stitches all the way around the star. When you get to your last point, however, you are going to stuff your star first before we finish sewing it completely up. When stuffing, you want to make sure you're putting enough stuffing in each point. And then for our last point, we can go ahead and finish doing our single crochet border. And then we are going to, as we get close to closing it completely up, we are going to just stuff as we go. we'll continue doing our single crochet stitch to join the last bit of our star. And then when we get to the end, we can do a slip stitch, cut off a long tail and fasten off. And here is our star completed. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe so you catch all my latest tutorials. I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.